have to give His Royal Highness King Charles III his due. He's nothing if nothing but a trier. But as ever, what's he trying about this time? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. Hope you're keeping well, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me. This story really is captivating in itself because as we've seen such terrible grief etched on the face of His Royal Highness King Charles III. I mean, you know, people are very cruel about Charles, but he does really wear his heart on his sleeve. And when you saw him out and about, as I did, up close with the crowds the other day in Albert Embankment over on SE1 in London, just opposite Lambeth Palace, you couldn't help but feel, you know, his pain really. But he really did connect with the people. You know, people do like him. They are thrilled to see him. I think that incident recently with the pen, you know, where it was leaking, as I said before, just humanised him. People thought, well, I've been like that. You know, while the media tried to trash him and be kind of cruel and everything, you know, why do you need to do that? He's just a person who's going through a very difficult time. Show some respect, but as ever, people tend not to. However, Charles is trying to really show respect to two people that maybe a lot of people might say don't deserve it. We're talking, of course, about his youngest son, Prince Harry, and his wife, Meghan Markle. And, you know, when you see Millie think what she recently said about Harry losing his father very much on the public stage, I mean, how magnanimous of him to invite her to such a state occasion. I mean, she will now go down in history, you know, even though she treated the family appallingly badly. And of course, there's two sides to every story, as we often say, but hers is documented now forever, not just in print, but on television reels too. Terrible situation, but as ever, you know, we might say, as we say in the north of England, she had a lot of brass neck to turn up and rode it out. But the real reason why, according to a very good source, and this is an incredibly good source with inside the senior royals, is the fact that, you know, Prince Charles really just wanted to sort of make amends, wanted to make sure that all those rights were put wrong. But he was a very clever moving picture, in fact, and let me explain. As you could see, Prince Harry truly slotted well back into royal life. Everything was almost like second nature. He clicked back in. And this is what Prince Charles is really hoping. He's thinking that if his youngest son remembers with affection some of the more warmer aspects of British royal life, then maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of reconciliation. Charles is not stupid enough to think that, you know, Harry and Meghan are going to come zipping back and wanting to take roles, because he realises also that the public affiliation towards them is very, very weak, and rightly so, you know, and he has to protect the monarchy, not just himself, but going forward for, of course, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and then Prince George in its eventuality, or as the late Queen said, in the fullness of time. But you can see his idea, what he was trying to do moving forward. Now, the bottom line is, as Harry, you know, now lands back in California and has time to subjectively look at what's gone on and what he's gone through, and of course his personal loss as well. Let's not forget, he was incredibly close to our late monarch, Her Majesty the Queen. Will he look around and think, well, actually this has been a bit of a wake-up call, and now should I try and reconnect with my family? That's certainly what His Royal Highness King Charles III is hoping he will do. But as ever, once he gets back to California, as many other senior royals fear, and a very close source told me, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, once back under that spell, will he once again return to seemingly the bad ways that he's picked up while being away from his once loving, close family? As ever, when I know more, I'll share it with you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.